we go. Hut, hut. Set. 6. Ready, go. Come on, set. 7, set, go. Ready. 8. Read. Hut, hut. Ready, ready. 90. Wolf. Ready, ready. Ready, set.
Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Go to base. Here it comes. Here it comes. 2 seconds.
Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4.
Murray now on first down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Murray now, eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the backer. Watch the backer.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
Check. Check.
Come on, trot.
45. 45. 45. Mike. 45. 3 buzz. 3 buzz.
Yo, motion.
Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now this time, Murray to throw it. He's got his man in the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Here we go, here we go. 60 orange. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. 36, 36. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Let me know right now, you better bring it. Hey, check Mike 33, check Mike 33. I'm trying to collect. Mike, check 33.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, the pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and, you know, the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
They'll set up a throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
And a Buccaneer first down.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. Jim. Go.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Check nickel.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Here we go. Set. 30 base. Let's go. Off the screen.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Pierre Desir in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He sets up the screen to Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
That's the end of the first quarter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. A quick throw there out to Jeffrey. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd and 1. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Mixon trying to punch it in. Well, he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. Gay's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Switch!
From the 27, Murray. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
That's going to be a long day.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing on first down is Murray. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Coming to you, coming to you.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Murray now on first down. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Murray going to lead his guys up first and 10, and he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game.
Let's go right here now.
Here's Kamara off the draw, and an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 15 of the year and second of the game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz will look to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Joe Mixon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. First down, Murray. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Murray now, 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's first and 10. From the gun, Murray. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jared Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Hey, check line 33. Check line 33. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Second and 14. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. He'll lose a couple on what should be the final play of the first half.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Check 26, check 26. Check, 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 check.
They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
On the ground, this is Kamara. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. On second down, here's Murray. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Murray now on first down. And this one complete to Smith. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Throwing now is Murray. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
45.
Throwing is Murray on third down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And the Buccaneer first down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. They'll drop the throw. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Matchbox, right. He's checking. Crash. Out. 25. Wow. Check 25.
Now Joe Mixon. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the shift. Slam, slam, slam. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
On the run, it's Mixon. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Kill, kill, kill. Watch the safety creep.
Here's the 2nd and 7. He'll get this to Devlin, his fullback. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
Now Jones. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will get him one closer.
27, Buccaneers 17. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
That's trash. That's trash. Order. Mike's 54. Mike's 50. Yeah. I got him.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Kamara. And he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Check pass, check pass.
Go. Motion.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
Short. 45's the mic. Watch the curl.
45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Not today, you are. Not today. Let it go.
On third down, Murray. Open man is Michael Thomas. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Murray now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got it.
They'll run it with Kamara. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Kill.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 78 yards. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now Murray throwing on second down. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Murray now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check who's it. Bang, 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 bang.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Check three.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Running with Kamara. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Toss play, Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Go. 42, Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 42's the mic, boys. 42's the mic. No. Check 9.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's complete. It's Miller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Strong right, strong right. Even, 4 down. Exit.
They'll set up the throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?